I hope you all must be feeling now relaxed after giving your half yearly term 1 exams. So, beginning with the term 2 syllabus, we have first chapter, that is lesson number 3, creating and managing tables in MS Word. So children, all versions of MS Word have a very useful tool that allows you to insert a variety of tables in pages of MS Word. In this chapter, you will learn how to create great looking tables for your own data. So before I begin, I would like to tell you what are tables. A table refers to an arrangement of data in rows and columns. Now this data can be text, numbers, pictures, or any other object. The intersection of row and a column forms a rectangular box called cell. Now if I take an example of a table here, I'm just quickly taking up a table, but I'll tell you how to make it yourself. Now here you can see this particular place where my cursor is blinking. This is a cell. So this is first cell, second cell, third cell, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8 and 9 cell. Total I have 9 cells in this table. And when I talk about table, I need to know this row and column. As I said just now, a table is an intersection of row and a column. So we can say that the horizontal line, this is a row. And when I say like this is a column. Okay, so row and column, when they are combined together, they form a table. Now, how many columns and row I have? If we multiply these two, we get to know how many cells we are going to have in a table, right? So a column is a vertical series of cell in a table, and a row is a horizontal series in a table. A table can be inserted anywhere in the page. In a table, whatever you want to make, if you have text, if you have images before the table, after a table, that you can insert, but a table can be put anywhere in the page of MS Word. We can even have multiple tables on a same page. So I'm just deleting this one and I'm going to tell you how to insert a table into your page. Alright? Okay, to insert a table we have varieties of ways, so I'm going to tell you all the ways one by one. First way is by using a grid. For that, you need to click on Insert tab. You will see this table group. In table group, you will find table command. Now when you click on this table command, you will find this grid is there. Okay, now this grid, if you keep hovering our mouse over it, we'll see the table is formed on the page. Now let's say I want a table of 4 columns and 5 rows. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now I have 4 columns and 5 rows, and when I will click here, I will get the table on my page. Now children, you need to notice that on the top of this grid, 4 into 5 table is mentioned. Now 4 into 5 is telling us that we have 4 columns and 5 rows. Normally, if you read any table, it's generally written that row first and columns later. But in MS Word, we have first we have columns and then we have rows. So as I said, I'm going to make a table of 4 columns and 5 rows. So I'm going to hover my mouse over this grid and I'll stop wherever I get the desired size and I'm going to click. When I click, I get the table on my screen. Now this is the table which I already have now on my screen. So this was one way. The next way of creating table in MS Word page. Now this method is using insert table option. For this also you need to click on insert tab. We'll go to tables group. In this group we'll find the table command. Now as I click on the small arrow, I can see the grid is already there, but I don't want to use this method, so I'm clicking on next one, that is insert table. Now when I click on insert table, the small window appears on the screen. Now this window is asking me about how many columns and how many rows I want in my table. So I'm clicking, as I told you earlier, I wanted 4 columns, so I can simply type 4 here, or if I want I can use these small arrows to increase or decrease the value of the number of columns I want. So since I want 4 columns, I'm leaving it like this. Now talking about rows, I can just select here the mouse here, I can bring and I can simply type here 5, or otherwise what I can do is I can use this arrow to increase the number of rows. Fine. Now after choosing the number of rows in column, I can click on OK. Now see, again I have the similar table which I just now made with the help of insert table option, and before that we created a table using grid option. So we have this method of this method also for creating a table in MS Word page. Apart from this, we also have another method. I'm removing this table. So that is using quick tables. So for that, again I need to click on insert, and here I'm going to click on this drop down arrow, and from here I'll get an option of quick tables. Okay, so we click on quick table and we can see, as I brought my mouse over this arrow, we have multiple options of tables which are already there. These are sample templates. So we can choose any one template according to our need or requirement, and that particular style of table will be seen on the screen. So let us say I pick up this option of this calendar too. Okay, all these are the kind of calendar samples, or many more also are there. So this now I want to click on this one. So as I click here, I have this table on my screen. Now you can see this, as I bring my mouse here, this arrowhead is appearing. This means I can shift my table anywhere on the page. Now this is another way, and if I want to change data, I can change. Suppose I want to write it, I don't want to make it for month May, I want to make it for December or January, or let's say only for July. So I can write July here. Or if I want to change the dates, I can change the dates. I mean, it's simply our choice how we want to fill in data. Or I can also empty this entire table and I can refill it. So this is our choice. How do we want to go about it? So this was the third method by which we can create table onto the MS Word page. Now let's move on to the next method, that is again making a table using a drawing custom table option. For that also I need to click on insert tab. In tables group we'll find table option, and now I'll click on draw table option. Now when I click on draw table option, I bring my mouse over the page, I'll see the pencil is appearing. Now I can keep my mouse pressed and I can draw the table. So row by row, cell by cell, column by column I can draw. This is first cell I've drawn, this is second cell, third cell. Now I've drawn 3 cells and I've drawn also 1 row. Now I can draw second row also similarly. Now you're seeing if I'm leaving any space, then also the option of drawing table is adjusting the size of the columns and rows. This is another way of creating a table It's converting text to a table. Now this is very interesting. I like this method personally very much because whatever you wrote into a normal text, that can be directly put up into a table without any much efforts. So let's see how it works. Let us say I have some text like student name, and I'm using comma here. I'll tell you the reason why later. And I am writing here marks, and I'm writing here now Ram. Then also I'm putting a comma. Then I'm writing here, let's say 89. I'm writing here Neha. Then comma, and then I'm writing here, let's say 90. And then Palak I'm writing, and then also comma, and then I'm writing 86. Now let's say this is my data. So I want this data to be into a table without much effort. So I'm going to first select the text. Then I similarly click on insert, go to tables group, table command. Now here you can see now grid option is not appearing. And we have one more new option here which we can see earlier we could not see it. It's going to convert table text into a table. So click on convert text to table. Now it's going to ask you how many columns do you want. If you want to put the entire thing into columns only, that is also possible, but I don't want so. I want that it should have 2 columns and 4 rows. So I'm going to decrease this number. I've put it into now 2. And since my data is separated by commas, so I'm going to click on comma so that the system can differentiate that 1 comma is making an initiation to start the next word. So I'll click on OK. Now you can see the data is into a table. That comma had instructed the computer that after comma whatever we have is to be put up into a next column. And this is how you convert a text into a table. Isn't it easy and interesting? Yeah. Okay. Now let's say I already have a table. Now how do you enter data in a cell? Okay. For entering data into cell, we have 2 ways: selecting a row or a column. Okay. So let's say I have this table already made with me. So I'll just move the mouse pointer in the area on left of a row, and this will be called as a row selection. Okay. Now row selection helps us to select the entire data which is into a row, and similarly I can select the entire column of data of a column, and that will be called as column selection. Okay. Now this area which is highlighted is column selection bar, and this area which is selected now is called row selection bar. Okay. Now if I want to select 2 rows or 2 columns, I can do so. One is by clicking, I press the mouse, my cursor is on the left side, I'll drag the mouse over the data, and I have come down now. See, both the rows are selected. If I bring more down, 3 rows are selected. So we are selecting adjacent rows. Alright. So this job can be done with 4 columns also. Now this is 1 column selected. If I want to select the next column, I can select the next column also, similarly by dragging my mouse over the next column with the mouse clicked. Right. Now important thing is here that I am using the selection with the help of mouse. If I want to select it with the help of keyboard, what do I need to do? I need to bring my mouse, I have to select and bring the cursor here on the first text, then press shift key, with right arrow key keep pressing. Now you can see the text is being selected. So if I want to select the entire row, I have to just keep pressing the right arrow key. Now I want to select the down rows also. So for that I'm pressing now, keeping the shift key pressed, I'm pressing on down arrow key. Right. This is how I selected the entire table. Okay, now to select the entire table, we can simply click on this arrowhead. You can see this arrowhead. If I click on this, my entire table is selected just in one click. Okay, this is a very shortcut method to select the entire table. I'm telling you a few more shortcuts. Like if you want to move to next tab, I'm here in this cell and I want to go to next cell, I can simply press tab key. See, I'm there. If you want to come to the previous cell, then I need to click on shift and tab key together. Okay, if I simply want to go up and down the table, I can use down arrow key for coming down. I can click on right arrow key to go to right. I can click on left to go to left, and up arrow key to go up. So we can use all these keys of keyboard for smooth functioning of a table. I hope till here the things are clear, children. Okay, now next is modifying a table. How do you, once you have created a table in MS Word, now if you want to modify it, it can be modified in many ways. For example, if you want to insert or delete a row or a column, or if you want to merge or split any cell, that can be easily done in MS Word. So first I'll tell you how to insert rows and columns or a cell in a table. Let's say this is already a table and I want to add marks for another child in the same table. So I'll just bring my cursor on the last row since I want to add another row. So I'll just click here on the last row and I'm going to now right click, and you can see insert option. Now what do you want to insert? You want to insert a row below. So we'll click on row below option and just see the row is there. Now I can write here one more name and I can enter another data. Now let's say I want to insert a row in between two rows. So again, for that also we have a similar option. We can click here, right click, insert. Now where do you want to insert? Do you want the row above or below the current place? You can see the current location of the cursor is this. So it's asking you whether you want to add a row above this or you want to add a row below. So I'm just clicking on insert option and I'm going to insert above. So you can see the row is inserted on the top of the selected row, and now I can fill in the data here. Let's say I want to write now Hina, and now I want to write here simply marks 15. Okay, similarly we can add up a column. Let's say I forgot to insert the column of roll number and I want to have roll number before student name. So I just need to bring my cursor to a location from where I want to insert. So I'm going to right click here, insert. Now what do I want to insert? A column. I want a column on left hand side of the cursor or on the right hand side. I want it on the left. So clicking on the left, see now we have the column here. Here I can write roll number and I can fill in the roll numbers here now easily. Now these options which I told you with the help of right click, we can also do them with the help of layout tab. So let's say I again want to have one more column in between, and let's say that column I want here. So I'm going to click on layout tab. Now layout tab, you can see all the options are here: insert, above, below, row, column, all are here. So since I want a column on the left hand side of this cursor, so I'm going to click on insert left option. Now see, I have a new column and here I can write any data whatever I feel. So let's say I want to here now add father's name. Okay, now you can see it's not fitting up into this column. So what we can do, this option has been told to you earlier also. We'll go to page layout tab. We'll click on orientation and we can click on this option, that is landscape. And now you can see it's splitting up the page into two. So I can change the size of the page I can make it legal. As you can see, the table is on the left hand side of the page and the entire content is at the center of the page. So what we can do, we can shift this table to the center. It's really very simple. You just need to click on this arrowhead and then just you're seeing this lines which are coming, dotted lines are telling me about the location where the table is going to fit now. So wherever you find the right location, you can simply click on that one. And here, sorry, I forgot to put apostrophe s. Okay, now this is how my table is adjusted. Now let's say later on I realized that this father's name column is not required here. I need one more column on the right hand side of marks. So I can even delete now the entire column. For that also I need to click on the column which I want to delete. Then click on layout. You can see delete is there. Just click on delete and the column will be deleted like this. See, that column is now vanished. Now let's say I want to again have a column on the right hand side of marks. So insert where on the right hand side. Now here I want to have percentage column. So I'll just write here and I can fill in the data whatever I want. Now this is how you can insert, delete rows and column into the table. Same way we can even insert the cells into the row and column, like one cell, two cell, like this. But before moving to that topic, I would like to tell you that insert option and delete options are available on layout tab as well as by clicking right with the mouse on the screen. You get to see all these options, both of inserting as well as for deleting. When you click on delete cell, it's going to ask you whether you want to delete the entire column or you want to delete the entire row or you want to shift the cells up and down and so on. So all these options you will try, and on your computers you will let me know what problems you are facing and we can do the similar experiment in the class. I hope today's class must have been interesting for you, and I would request you and suggest you that you may try all these things onto your computer and come up with the solutions or suggestions if you have more. Before ending up the class, I would like to tell you that we can, now you can see they are not aligned, the text is not aligned, so we can select the entire text, go to home tab, click on the aligned option, whatever alignment you want left alignment, center alignment, whatever. Alright, this is how we can align like normal text. Now you can see after alignment my table is also on the same page where I wanted to see it. Let's click on page preview and see how it's going to appear on the output screen on the paper. I hope today's class must have been useful for you. Keep trying and experiment. More you try, more you will learn. So thank you class 6. In the next class I'll be telling you more about the tables. Thank you class.